the brakes are inadequate. So we bought the e-bikes. They're great around the campground, but of course, I didn't go out and buy the most expensive thing because I don't know if I was gonna need them, so why spend $1,500 to $2,000 when I could spend, you know, half that? So that's what we did. All right, there's a couple things that we quickly learned. These things will fly. So, and some campgrounds are pretty good size hills, so you can see you're squeezing the brakes pretty hard. Well, I think I have found an upgrade for this, so let's hope that this works out. This episode, we're gonna upgrade the brakes on our e-bikes. All right, so here's what I've got. Hydraulic brake. This is for the electric. Be careful when you buy this. Make sure you get one for the electric bike. Here's my electric. There's my caliper. Nitrogen. These are already pre-bled. We might look at those later. And another caliper. Man, they look good. Here's all my hardware, wrench, zip ties, some connectors, new rotors. So the big thing right now is get the bikes in here, see what it's going to take to put these things together. Get you guys down here a little closer. All right. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to take the old caliper off. Try and use the tools they sent. So those were definitely on there. I don't know if they were using a Loctite. Oh, and that's gonna fall. One of the worst things is this thing does have a kickstand, but guess what? It's on this side, so it leans over and you can't get to anything. I wish I had a bike stand. But I don't. 15. Alright, let's set that where it's at. Get you guys around here where you can actually see what I'm doing. So I gotta pull the actual gotta pull the rotor off of this thing. And that's a smaller bolt. So rotation is that way. Notice that the way it's all moving. sure it tells me that in these instructions that are like absolutely perfect, golden, but just in case. Now here's another thing is, look at the difference in these. The thickness and the size round. Substantially better brakes. So, what did I say? Rotations this way. So we're going to put these on just like that. Now this thing came with new hardware. I don't know that it needs it, but I'm using it because it has fresh Loctite on it. And it is 6 of them. Let's get them all started. Everything fits great so far. So far. I always say so far. That way, whenever it all goes way south in a few minutes, actually it was going good, but not so much now. Now, I am not tightening these with these, but I am going to go ahead and go to a pattern. Notice I'm going across them just like you tighten the lug on your car, because torque matters. And with these little things, you don't want to get overboard. So I'm going to give it just a nice torque. Probably should get the torque wrench out and use it, but you know, surely on my bicycle I can get those close enough to however many inch-pounds they're supposed to be. And yes, I'm an absolute stickler to use a torque wrench on things, so be shocked that I didn't. Alright, we'll put this wheel back on this thing now. Where'd my 15mm go? Front wheel is one of those things that you'll take off from time to time, so it gets checked a little more often. Alright, so now we just need to figure out which mount. So this one already has this one on it. It goes on that direction. So it's got a little plastic piece here. Taking that out. Get my brakes down in here. Let's see. Yep, that's the right mount. It's already on it. So I think I have fresh hardware once again. Let me stick that one in just to hold it there. Yep, there's my fresh hardware, fresh Loctite, all the good stuff. Now I could always put Loctite on these things and it wouldn't be a problem at all. But why do that when it's already there and on it and missing? I don't know if anybody else does this, but I set tools down and I have no idea where they go. Take this one off, snake this line through, which looks like this might have a little more space on it, a little more oomph. Hopefully it's the right connector. I don't want to have to take that off. I don't really want to destroy this one either though. Let's see how bad it gets when I crank on it a little. Yeah, it broke. Question is, the great thing is this one's two-piece, so I definitely will not have to do that to this one. Zip tie down there on the bottom. Let me pull this bad boy off. I'm not digging that. Because where this needs to mount is right where my power button is. And that power button is a great spot for me. I don't want to move it. Maybe I can at least just slide it over. Try that. I am glad that I could take this off and move it the way I did, because I definitely don't want to deal with taking these handles off. Well, there you go. Look at that. I've already got brakes. Sure, that'll definitely take some getting used to. Now I do have to put this one wicked little thing here on. That's not a whole lot to that, is there? I'll slide that over best I can. Let's see if I can get my power button. Hopefully. Yeah, now that we've done that, let's torque this down. Nice. All right, one down. Now, one to go. So I'm sure everybody that's seen this, knows anything about bikes at all, was looking at me like I was an idiot because I broke that other one. Because I didn't want to take the time to take a set screw out. I took it out on the other side. It was just me being dumb. I didn't realize the set screw was there. I thought these things were glued on. I'm an idiot. But whatever, it is what it is. We're going to take this side off before we even move to the back wheel. Okay, yeah, so these are a little narrower, so it actually works out better for me. Problem is, I've got to be down here. So my shifter's there, and then I've got to move that around. So I might have to adjust my shifter up a bit to get this where I want it. Now, I'm not going to put that handle back on until we're finished. But I am going to go ahead and tighten this down. Alright, so there's that. There's got a twist throttle right there. So that one I wanted to be a little more careful around. Plus, my shifter and all that was in between it. So it made sense to look a little harder. Plug those in. Alright, now then I've got this piece coming from the back. I think I can go ahead and take that rear caliper off, cut off my zip ties down this side, and at least get my caliper ready, along with get my line ran up through the bike. Not a bad project at all. I mean, it's doable in 30 minutes to an hour. I'm taking my time, so I'm looking forward to actually hitting these brakes and going over the handlebars or something, you know. I mean, I'm a fat guy. I've got to have some extra oomph behind them. Definitely a heavier duty brake. Tell you what though, for the price we pay for these bikes, great investment. Cut all these bad boys off there. Get you over here where we're working again. So again, I got all my zip ties off. I'm gonna at least get this out of the way, get off the bike. Problem is I've got this basket, this right there. I don't know if this is worthwhile or not. Let's try it. It's interesting. It had red Loctite on it. I wonder if there is a reason for that. I should have just got down there and looked at it, huh? There. And because this one's a little different, I think, no, so I'll have to take all my wraps off here. So I'll have to refigure these wraps. I'm just going to take them all off. That's out of the way. Let's see what we have on this one. Again, there's our other one. Still got the stuff inside of it. I'm going to go ahead and, at minimum, run my hose up here. It's going to go just like so. So when we do this, and I'm not going to tighten them just yet, just in case. Just so everybody knows, I'm going to have to take that zip tie back off, because I think, yeah, I went around my cable for my shifter. So I think I've got an extra one here. Yeah, I've got one extra. I'll have to cut that one off. Now, let's just go ahead, before I forget, cut this one off. And put this one on. Looks like I might have two extras, so I'm in good shape there. Lady tails for right now. There. I've got plenty of extra to go to that, so I had lots of extra hose. Might even have a loop there at the front of it rather than, looks like I can definitely use a bit more there. Alright, I'm hoping what I can do is take this rotor off, just drop the bike wheel down real quick, slip the new rotor on, and then put it all back together, rather than have to take this whole bike wheel, the chain, and all this, all that apart. Nope, and that is a possibly 18. Alright, so I've got to take my motor loose. Yep. In order to get it out, I gotta take my motor loose, so I gotta take these zip ties and cut those things off. Crap. Too carried away with this, so. Alright. There we go. When that thing was turned, it's got flats on it so it'll grip. It can't turn, do all that good stuff. So you gotta make sure those are all tightened up or in the right predicament. side. Alright, once again, we got fresh new ones. I'll have to get some zip ties. I think I got one left, but I've got extras. So we'll put zip ties back on that. Here are our new bolts for the rotor. Probably should have showed you the other one instead of this one, but I think it works better for me to not know what the hell I'm doing and show you how I work through it rather than knowing every damn thing. Ratchet to torque those down. Kind of a pain to do it the way I'm doing it now, but that's the way we're going to do it. So this one, that one, there we go. All right. Still seeing me up there? Just have a feeling you're not. Alright, anyway, once again, our little plastic piece, which is great, holds the brakes at this point. Oh, come on. He's down in there. Oh, man, that's way up there. Yeah, there we go. Oh, wait a minute. That's not new. You know, these brakes perform as good as they look. Man, they do look cool. I kind of like the red. As a guy used to, my boss would say, calibers. That should be plenty tight for me. Good. Looks good. Alright, so there's that. We've got these, we've got to put this hose in. That, and I've got this little bitty screwdriver. Look at this little thing right here, which is what they gave me to take this out. Looks like it's gonna be all right. Hope I don't need it back because it's gone now. So this is where they say be careful, don't shake, it's got oil, blah blah blah. There's a copper sleeve here. Copper sleeve, but it didn't show this other piece here at all because that's already on there. Okay. All right. There you go. It's got brakes. Now, I'll do some more wrap work in here. We'll take it for a test drive. There you shut off. Doesn't seem to be a lot stouter. A little better. Definitely quieter. Faster. Yeah, actually, I think that's a lot better. Battery's getting pretty low. I think they're better. I mean, it's not a huge, it was definitely quieter. It feels a little better control. I don't know. Much smoother. Yeah, now they're definitely stronger. I think this one just needs this one's tighter than hell. Adjust this a little bit. You want it to be completely released, but at the same time, let's see what happens. Alright, we're going 15. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. There it is. I need a little adjustment. Yeah, I can feel the brake. The tire actually locking up underneath me now whenever I brake down on it. So much better brake. So, this thing up to the house. It's with my wife tomorrow. I don't know if she really needs brakes. Oh yeah. Yeah, this thing's got brakes now.